Mur.muros is an interactive installation by Kònic Theatre, which talks about the permanent displacement of people, their continuous mobility towards powerful geographic and geopolitical attractors. We talk about the image of an ideal world one wishes to get to, and suggest a play about utopia and dystopia, that is, the illusion to be arriving to an ideal world and the experience of delusion, dystopia, that can be perceived once this ideal world has been reached. In Mur.muros, we suggest a metaphor of this ambivalent relation between utopia and dystopia, centered in the relationship between the local and the global. Global movement in the whole world and local, focalized in the concept of Europe. We suggest this game of relationships and metaphors by means of interaction with the piece that takes place through the participation of the visitors and the capture of the responsive sound environment that surrounds the installation Mur.muros. The installation consists of an architecture that has a sensitive exterior part and a responsive interior body. Two entrances serve to communicate between interior and exterior. On the outside wall, next to the entrances, there are 4 little screens with microphones. These screens show video images that remind us of the doors to the city, the utopian world, images that talk about the journey and the arrival to the place. The microphones catch the surrounding sound or the voices of the audience and send it to the inside of the module. The sonic stimulus puts into communication the outside and the inside of the architecture and serves as input to activate the geodesic digital world called Terra y Vida. A piece of software, which we developed in Max MSP, is taking care of the sound treatment and analysis. The sound coming from the outside is transformed and reproduced inside the module and creates a modified listening of the outside with the aim to reinforce the perception of a comfortable and protected interior space. By catching the sound frequencies generated close to them, the microphones interact with the graphical environment. In this way, the visualization evolves in response to the sound impulses from the outside. These graphical interactions are projected onto the floor of the installation and define a dynamic and generative interior space. This space refers to Europe, the geopolitical attractor in which we are living. The inside wall, painted in blue, make a reference to the European Union flag. Video images are shown onto 8 small screens. These videos show the behavior of several persons in various cities when confronted to a blue cloth representing Europe. These are video actions showing us the way these citizens see Europe. The images are seen in small size and show us that the individuals are minute and force us to come close to them. All the video images have been filmed and edited by Kònic Theatre in Strasbourg, Berlin, A Coruña, Barcelona. The piece of software, which we call Terra y Vida, is a software for the visualization of the activity that was developed in C++ by Kònic Theatre. Based on sound inputs recollected by the microphone, artificial life properties are used to generate the representation of these inputs. The planet Earth was chosen for the representation of the data. The virtual ecosystem is built from a multi-agent system of entities that move and interact in this virtual world. The agents are created in response to sound parameters collected by the microphones. 4 colors that move towards an objective set by geographical coordinates. When an agent meets another agent of the same color, they group together and keep moving towards their objective. A set of rules prevents them to separate, and the groups grow in size along time. The objectives and the way the agents grew varies in function of the sound parameters analyzed in real time. These parameters are the pitch of the sound, the intensity of the sound, the rapid change in volume, and proportion of noise. In this installation, we work on the relation between the local and the global. There is a very direct and ambivalent relation between these two poles, between specific information that is being generated from the voice of the visitors, as a sound environment that creates dynamic and the elements of the visualization in the digital world that we see in the installation. The individuals get created, and so are the dynamics to group and move. The globe moves at speed that can be vertiginous. In that way, from something very particular, one gets to something which is global.